Hello out there! So today we're taking a look at the BB-7 Toys Enhancement Kit. So it's basically an upgrade set for the MP10, which I'm sure you're aware is the oversized knockoff of MP10. I was very interested in this personally for the head and light up matrix, which I'm just a sucker for. But it does have a bunch of other cool stuff, which you may be more into than I am. Either way, I just wanted to give a good look at this kit because the only videos I could find were in Chinese, which isn't very helpful for me since I can't speak Chinese. I wish I could. There's no instructions that come with this kit either. So if, like me, you buy this and then you find yourself stumbling through how to install things or how things work, I'm going to kind of do a brief overview of the stuff that's in it. And then the second half of the video, I'll kind of show you how to do some of this stuff. So hopefully, if there's even one person that finds it helpful, great. Either way, plain old box, yada yada, it is what it is. Inside is this nice foam, I'd say tray, but it's really thin on the back here. But yeah, some nice foam to hold all your stuff. And let's take a look at the goodies inside. To start off with, there's the light up matrix. Now you can see, here's the original down here. If I turn the right side around, there we go. It's pretty much the identical mold. I don't know if that's what they used or not. I mean, you can see there's some difference in the segments there, but it really looks close enough you'd never know. This has more of a copper tone than the gold on here, which is unfortunate because I like the paint on this one better. Plus mine is a little sloppily applied. Not the end of the world, but may bother some of you more than others. Anyway, little switch on the back, and it lights up, which is very cool. But definitely one thing I wish that they had done was figure out how to have the switch on the front, because if you own this toy or any version of it, it is a pain to get this in and out of the chest. So having to pull it out, flip the switch, put it back in just to kind of enjoy a few minutes of the light up matrix or do the pose, and then having to dig it back out, I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. So it'd be great if this could have been retrofitted, or if there's somebody more clever than I am who figures out a way around that. But nice matrix, and it is die cast, so feels identical to the original. It also comes with this nice blaster, ion blaster, which is much bigger than the one that the toy comes with. Of course, it doesn't fold down. You just have to deal with it. It is what it is. No paint anywhere, but it does have this switch, which lights up a nice blue LED in the barrel and on the back. I do wish this switch was black so it blended in a little better, but you can always paint it. And then it does have a peg, but you can flip this down for the traditional masterpiece handle. Either way, not something that I really felt that I needed, but it's not bad, and a lot of people seem to think that the gun is too small, so that'll fix that up for you. Also, speaking of guns, here we have this sort of more Bayformer style gun. Doesn't really have a place in my collection, but it's not badly done. Again, with the white switch. So, I don't know, maybe you've got a bot that can use it. The other cool thing in this kit is the hands. Now, here is the original and the new version. And you can see that the styling is similar, but one of the biggest differences is the original splits down the middle, like that, to attach to the peg. And the new one splits along the side. Without the seam line, it's kind of an improved look there. Now, the hands are something that I'm not particularly personally that interested in. This is the original, and I kind of like it. It works for my purposes. But if you want some nice Gundam-style articulation, These are very nice with the ball joint, several friction joints. The thumb I'm not that hot on. It has this very thin stem right there, and then I just personally find it kind of hard to pose it into a really good fist, but to each their own. Either way, they are very well crafted hands. They look good. They fit in, and he can still transform, although you need to be careful with the clearance, otherwise things kind of get jammed up a little bit. The head is the main attraction for me with the light up features. As you can see, it is an identical reproduction of the original head, so you're not losing anything other than the painted blue eyes of the original, but it looks identical. The backs are different because of course you had to be able to fit in the light gimmick here. But other than that, the sculpting, again, is pretty much the same. Certainly, you wouldn't know any difference. So here we have everything installed. You can see the difference in the fists down here, and then we've got the new head. Now, with the light-up eyes, when they're not turned on, he does have more of a dead expression compared to the beautifully painted Hasbro-style eyes. But if we switch them on here, you can see that they are beautiful blue and really just look really nice. This is with daylight and there's lights on and stuff, but you can still see the glow. Now, one thing I've noticed with this, so the batteries and the switch and the lights and everything are all just crammed into this head, and as a result, I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera, but see the flicker? So sometimes it's at full brightness and sometimes it diminishes. It's just not a really solid connection in there. Now, I don't know if that's QC or if it's just the nature of how delicate all that stuff is in there, but definitely be careful when you install this head that you don't mess with that. And if your eyes don't light up the way that you want them to, just kind of mess around with it and you can usually get them to come back on full brightness. We already looked at these earlier, so I won't belabor the point, but just so you can see how they kind of look attached compared to each other. Here's one of the upgrade hands and the old hand, so you can see it. It's a little bit of a bigger, larger hands when they're spread out, and in fist mode, definitely, the original has better looking fist, at least in my opinion. For the Matrix, as I've said, it's a pain because you have to dig it out every time. I've gone ahead and opened him up, but if you switch it on, place that in his chest, you can see even in the daylight, looks fantastic and no problem doing the pose like so. So there we go, there's my video on the enhancement kit. Hopefully you found it helpful or interesting. If so, hey, please spread the word. I don't monetize or anything like that, so I'm just in it to kind of help collectors out and share cool stuff. So, thank you very much for watching. Take care until next time.